Join us today as we work on this willow leaf ficus, that really big sumo one, right before summer ends. So sad.
Welcome back, everybody. So this is that willow leaf ficus that I worked with Mike Lane, about a year ago. And one thing I did was let it grow, protect it under frost, and then it's time. So it's time right now to go back. This might take about 2 days probably, is to defoliate at least the inner growth, get some sunlight back to the inner growth. Rewire things that need to be wired out, and then if we need to cut things off, we'll cut things off. But realistically right now we need to retrain the tree back to that rough styling. And what we agreed upon with Mike Lane was to regrow the thickness of some of these branches before we cut back. So I'm not sure what they look like, especially it's you can see how heavily grown it has over the last year. So let me turn the camera around, and then we'll talk what we're doing. But look at those ants, oh, lovely. Let me spray it down a little bit. Alrighty. So it's been a year since we touched this. Fed it rigorously. And now we got these mosquitoes everywhere. Lovely. A lot of ants. Sorry, if you hear me smacking, that's the mosquitoes. We're out and about. It's a little, so this might take a while. This might take a couple day process. So talking to Mitch, talking to Mike, you want to defoliate if you want to wire like to the baseline again. Reason why you don't need to defoliate everything unless you're gonna get reduced sunlight to the trunk, and you're gonna have a lot of dieback from a lot of the inner growths. So that's kind of reason why you kind of defoliate, especially tropicals. I'm doing it pretty late in the season. I just want to make one more flush at the end of right before fall starts. And again, our fall doesn't start until like October technically, when our temperatures start to drop. Right now we're still getting nighttime temperatures above 60, 65. We just got this like weird weather setup coming in, but our daytime temperature still hitting around the good 100 degrees. So these guys will continue to push. I'm gonna spare you the boringness of me defoliating, but yeah, you know, some days like you want an apprentice. This is the day you want an apprentice. And I should have a TV out here. We gotta go out in the TV out here. Go watch TV. Actually, you probably won't watch TV. You probably listen to TV. And then start defoliating all the stuff. I deeded myself, so hopefully the mosquitoes won't grab me. Anyways, leave in the comments. Actually, thank you for you guys watching so far. I really appreciate you guys watching my lovely homemade videos here. Again, I'm not a professional. I do this because I enjoy doing it, surprisingly or not. And it's a way to document your progress. I think that's kind of important too. I think more important than me pushing content out, I'm not a professional in any means or ways. I do this as a hobbyist, and hobbyist is a really loose term. I like to experiment. You know, I wish, honestly, if I had to do this again, I would continue being a full-time researcher. Talk about photosynthesis, but that's a whole new kit and caboodle to talk about. But yeah, like and subscribe, everybody. Leave a comment below. What do you guys think about this tree? I'm thinking about getting a shallower pot than this. And this is just a training pot to go from that really big, I think it was a 7 gallon or 15. It was in years. I still have the roots in a bucket over there. Has not pushed growth. I think it's dead. But what do I know? I'm not a professional. And probably will never become a professional. Maybe I retire one day. One day. Anyways, let me let's do a time lapse to bore you guys. Just a defoliation. Me just rambling, talking here. And then when I'm done defoliating, I'll give you my game plan of what to do. It might take a couple hours here, so yeah, bear with me. All right, I'm gonna stop here for tonight and all like latexed out here, but this is what I did for tonight. I took about a good 90% of his foliage off. These guys are pretty tough. Again, I left most of the main structure that I'm gonna rewire back out. And the goal is the transition of taper is not the greatest right now. So what Mike and I discussed as future plans is continue, rewire everything back out to get some movement, get it in place where I want it to go, and then when the taper kind of like evens out, we're gonna cut it short. We're gonna cut it short again, and then regrow the branches back from the beginning. So right now it's just setting the branches, getting certain branches to ramify back out. Not ramify, to get taper back out. Because it's kind of weird having these, long, thin branches and all. It doesn't look good. So what we're gonna do is, again, tomorrow probably, I'm gonna wire, and they look like sacrificial branches because I did that on purpose, because I want all that growth to push as far as I can at this point. And it's just to think the branches up, just to catch up to the taper of this really big sumo. You can see how wide this guy is. I didn't plan at the best angle either, jeez. I think I rushed the planting here. This should turn probably another 10 degrees to the left. But yeah, some of the branches thinking up, I'm gonna, you can see like this branch, this area got shaded out pretty bad and it didn't really grow. So I'm gonna try to push all these branches down, out, and then I might have to cut some of these pom-poms, most of the sacrificial branches out, and then let the inner growth kind of take off some of the weaker branches. Like I got some weaker branches here to take off. So let me shut down for tonight. I'll set back up tomorrow as best I can. But yeah, tonight defoliated, took all the runners, all the suckers off, and then you don't want suckers. I almost forgot to mention why I did that. You don't want the suckers because they start making these like little reverse taper on your trunk and your branches. So that's kind of the reason why we're doing that right now. and then looking for the better branches. And this is a year. Remember, some of these branches were as thin as, thin as these guys. So they really thicken up over the year period. So it puts more wire back on it. Probably in gauge 2, 2.5 to 3. I mean, this is a kind of cool branch. Let it kind of grow out, thicken back up. And then we're gonna whack it back to like there probably. And then let it grow out, whack it back to there, just to get some taper runs on it. But you can see some of the major cuts still. All right, so let me close up for tonight and clean this mess before my wife gets mad, and then redo tomorrow. So it's been about an hour wiring, just really, really rough wiring, trying to get most of the branches back where they were kind of at before. And again, the purpose of wiring in this case is really to set the main branches a little lower, because remember, once they start growing, they're gonna start pulling up. So I'm trying to pull them back down, and then just let them grow out, thicken about another 25%. If they can thicken another 25%, I can start ramifying, going back to cut all these branches to the primary node again, let her grow out, make a secondary flush, get it to about 25%, 25 to 50% of the diameter of the other growth, and then keep bifurcating at that point. So that's what's left. Sorry, I got an eye poker right here. Let me cut that wire off before I poke my eye out. I'm gonna heavily feed it. It has a ball spot right here, which means I have to grow some branches a little higher, probably is my guess. I'm gonna let some of these branches, like secondary branches, kind of grow, fill in the spot when I get to that point. But right now, I think another season or two, maybe just one more season of just let it just run, thicken up, and then I can start cutting back secondary growth. And that's pretty much most of some of these wounds are healing, which is surprising to me. Going back, I forgot what this guy looks like already too. So front's gonna be somewhere right around here. I know this is an eye poker branch, but it's gonna be right around there. But they're gonna be really short, and really ramify. That's kind of my goal. So I think this is probably like the final length is currently around here. That's kind of the final length. I think that's what the silhouette's gonna look like. Of course, we're gonna have some ramification all the way through. So that's kind of the goal right now. Trying to even those branches out, but they're getting pretty close to the diameter. Some are really weak. You can see some are really weak at that case. But what do you guys think? Should I have done something different? And then of course, this is like a sacrificial growth. These are just kind of growing to thicken those branches out. If you guys have other suggestions I should have done with this guy instead, please leave in the comment. Love to hear it. Again, I'm not a professional. I don't do this day in, day out. I just do it when I get some free time, and I just enjoy just documenting everything in the process as we go. If you guys like the video, like, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. That really helps the matrix out and send this out to everybody. Other than that, thank you. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.